Hello gamers and welcome back to True Valorant News. I'm your host TrueFade. So coming into the end of October 15th, today was the deadline for the soft roster lock. A bunch of stuff had gone down today. So Sentinels official roster is going to be Def, Zekken, Tenz, Saucy, and Pancata. I think this squad is going to be pretty good overall, especially with Psycho as a head coach and Kaplan being the assistant coach. News regarding Dapper is that Dapper is not sure if he is going to be staying on Sentinels as a sixth man or looking for other opportunities and possibly the Ascension division or even Evil Geniuses. And on to Cloud9, they have officially confirmed their roster. So Ye, also known as Diablo, is 100% on the roster, as well as Zelsis with the three remaining core, which is Leaf, Vanity, and Zeppa. And with MCE, which was the head coach for the guard, being on Cloud9 now. But moving on to Evil Geniuses, this is the most interesting out of all of them in my opinion. So they decided to keep two of the players for sure, which is Jogamo and Calm. But Bustio is currently up in the air right now, whether or not he's going to be staying on the roster, and Superman as well. But like I was stating earlier about on the Sentinels roster, is Dapper possibly moving into Evil Geniuses? This is just a thought. I'm not sure if EG would be moving forward with Dapper, but if Dapper does want to play in the tier 1 scene, I feel like Evil Geniuses may be the right fit for him and hopefully build his confidence back up to where it was in the beginning of last year. They're also going to be keeping the head coach Potter and Lin as the assistant coach. On to Loud. So Loud is the Brazilian team that won Champions, and the three core players that are going to be staying on that roster is Les, Stadak, and Aspas, which are the three remaining core. You have an Opper, you have a Sentinel player, and you have an IGL Flex. So pretty much whoever they pick up from here on out may be able to fit the organization, and they've been looking into Kawazine and Twos hopefully joining that roster. Onto Kru Esports. So Kru Esports have officially announced that they signed Melzer, Nagzet, Klaus, Zand, and Davies. So I think this roster overall looks a little bit fresh and everything, but the main concern I have with this roster is that they have two, possibly three main opera roles on this team. So I'm not sure who's going to be the dedicated opera. I would like to see Nagzet stay on that, but if they are going to be switching opera roles, I would love it to see it go to Zand, because Zandy, one of the better players at Masters Reykjavik this past year, and I would love to see him really take over that operator role and just have Nagzet be the dive player on that team. On to 100 Thieves. So 100 Thieves have officially announced their roster. Obviously, it is what has been pretty much fully announced 2 weeks ago, which is Cryocells, Stellar, Bank, Asuna, and Derek, with the head coach being Sean Garris and Mike's HD, and their general manager is still DDK. I think this 100 Thieves roster is going to be pretty solid overall. Hopefully they don't disband after the first tournament like they did last season. Another interesting team that has officially announced their squad is NRG Esports. So it is the Optic Core, which is Crashies, FNS, Victor, and keep Sam and bring in Ardiis from EU and have Chet as the head coach. This NRG squad looks pretty deadly. Hopefully Ardiis can really pick it up here in the North American region, stay as consistent as he was doing last season, because then that replacement for Ye will just be a 1-for-1, which would be pretty good for that Optic team going forward. On to Furia. So Furia announced their squad. They officially signed Quick, Mazine, Digizine, Khalil, MW Zera, and Conan. I don't have many opinions about this squad. I've only seen them play a handful of times at the VCT Champions. MIBR are in the running of building a Brazilian super team, or pretty much a South American super team. Right now they are in talks of signing Heat and FRZ and JZ with RGLM and Muriez. I'm not sure exactly how all the roles will play here, but I'm really excited to see FRZ and Heat be on the MIBR team, just because I know those two players in particular are really cracked out of their mind. Onto the Leviatan team, they're going to be keeping the same core and having a few new players coming in, especially from other teams. So they're going to be keeping Takolia, King, and Shy. I think those three players are really good to keep, especially King, with him being the IGL. Takolia is one of the best stoppers in the South American region, and then Shy is pretty much a good player overall. But I'm really excited to see Mazzino and NZR join this team. And of course, Coach Onar is on this squad. So I expect really big things from the Leviatan team this season in the North American region. Onto the EMEA region, we have Fnatic talking first. It's pretty much been 99% confirmed that this is going to be the final roster going forward. And I think this roster is super deadly. So let me know what you guys think about this Fnatic team. We got Boaster, Durka, Alfier, Leo, and Chronicle, with Mini as the coach, obviously. But Leo and Chronicle coming into this team bring a lot of firepower and a lot of individual skill into this roster. I feel like the Fnatic team, every time they get new rosters, they always perform really well, but then soon later start to die off. So I really hope that this is not the case with this team, because I would hate to see any of these star players get replaced, especially Chronicle, because he was one of my favorite players in the Gambit team. But I'm really excited to see how Alfier and everybody else will be performing next season. On to Team Liquid. So Team Liquid have officially signed Nats, Sayf, Yampi, Soulcast, and Redgar is still in talks, with Emil being the head coach and Dimasic still unknown where he's going to go. On to Team Vitality. Team Vitality team is pretty much being confirmed right here. We have Mozi, Sender, Bonecold, Twistin, and Destran, with Salah being the head coach. Really excited for this team, mainly because of Bonecold and Twistin, but all the other players are cracked. But again, I'm just pretty much excited for Bonecold and Twistin to be on the tier 1 stage again. So this Karmine Corp team is still up in the air. I'm surprised that they have not officially locked in their soft roster for this season, but essentially they are almost confirmed with XMS, and then are still talking to Scream and Navera, with Enzo still possibly being rumored to go to the team. On to Team Heretics. So Team Heretics are officially signing Mixwell and Kellogg's, and they're going to be building the team around them. I'm not sure who's going to be taking the main opera role. I would love to see Kellogg's either be the entry or the main opera. They also signed Avova, and Zeke is getting rumored right now to join Heretics, with possibly Link joining them as well. On the Giants Gaming, so Giants have just re-signed Coutinho. They bought Cloud, and they're thinking about signing Rhyme and Hoodie. On to FUT Esports. So FUT Esports still have yet to confirm anything. No other possible rumors, as well as BBL Esports. Everything that's on the board for these two Turkish squads have not been confirmed or even been a probability that they will be signing this contract. Moving over to Koi, the Spanish-speaking team, they are officially signing Codamenta, Shados, StarXO, Wolfen, and Trex, with Barber being the head coach. I think this squad will probably be competing for the top 2 spots in the EMEA region. So on to NAVI, also known as FPX. They pretty much confirmed the roster, which we had already known for some time. They're getting Sugetsu, Zipan, Shao, and Angel from FPX. And it is a probability that CNED will officially sign with NAVI. Regarding CNED's performances, his performance supposedly has gotten way better than it did at 2021 Champions, and that is crazy because he was at an all-time high and really dropped down when the new season came around. But he said he pretty much beat that slump, and I'm excited to see how good CNED will be, especially on this NAVI roster with Doom Bros and all the other support surrounding them. Let me know what you guys think of these rosters heading into the soft roster lock before we go to Sao Paulo, Brazil in February. But if you haven't already, go ahead and like the video, smash the subscribe button, put the bell notification, comment which team you think is the most interesting. And if you did want to join the Ion 2.0 bundle giveaway, don't forget to follow the directions on my Discord and Twitter. But I'll catch you guys in the next time. Peace out.